Hello, everyone. Welcome to the April 7th SIG Windows weekly meeting. This meeting will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So please adhere to CNCF code of conduct. Yeah, I don't think we have any new faces. So let's just jump to the agenda directly. Yeah, first one, Owen.
Yeah, so this is something I've been thinking about. I did write this kubectl node log. Um, what do you call it? It's a kubelet plugin. It's also been published to crew. And it's in my private, like not private, in my personal GitHub account. And I was thinking that it might make sense for us to move it into SIG Windows tools, and I'll happily maintain it over there also. This is just so that it's a little bit more like visible and quasi-official, that it is coming from SIG Windows. I don't know what you folks think about it, but yeah, go ahead, Yonling.
Mark, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Mark. Yeah, what is that? With Zoom, I sometimes don't know where the hand is actually. Yeah, go ahead. Not able to hear
Yeah.
you, Mark, if you're saying anything.
Yeah, still mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Do we just make it a new subproject in Kubernetes SIGs, or is that too much of a maintenance burden for now?
I don't know whether it warrants that kind of um, like a separate
Yeah, I think.
project.
Okay. Yeah, that might be more maintenance burden than it's worth too.
Yeah, this is more like we move it there, and if there's a lot of usage, we could definitely make it its own sub project. But I don't see much traction happening. I think a handful of people use it because somebody opened
I
a
think
couple of.
that would be a safer strategy, like moving to SIG Windows that we have like more
First.
control of it, and then we can propose it as a different space within Kubernetes itself.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, like this is already, Mark, this is a lot of the stuff I've taken is from the open source, like OpenShift implementation of this, and I just moved it into a plugin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think we could definitely just move it into the SIG Windows Tools repository then.
Okay, yeah, I'll start working on it at some time this week or next week. Thanks, folks.
Okay, do you need any help from the team, or you can just start to work on that?
I think I can just start to work on that. I know I've tagged Jose on one of the bugs that I've actually been trying to fix using AI itself. Jose could maybe help me test it. We could get that merged and then plan on moving it. I don't think I need any help other than like approval on an MR and figure out a spot inside SIG Windows Tools repo to house it. Other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward. It's not a lot of code, folks. It's not that hard. It's not a complex thing. So that's why I'm willing to maintain it. Put me in the owner's file, and I think Jose can also co-maintain it with me.
Okay, great. Okay, right. Yeah, let's.
Mark, did you want to say something more? I see your hand is still up.
Nope.
Oh, okay, cool.
Teams auto lowers your hand, so I'm used to that.
Oh, yeah. I'm also used to that. Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next one. This is from me. I just sent on another PR to try to move forward the node level E2E test for Windows. I have actually started this work quite some time ago, maybe more than 1 year ago, but still have some pushback from SIG node. Basically, they don't want us to have the Windows node level test stay at the same directory at SIG as links at SIG node. That's my basic feeling. I have sent off pings to Sergey in private a couple of times, but still have difficulties to move this forward. So I think I will have to adopt another approach to this time make SIG Windows node level test to be under its own directory. I want to create a separate directory to hold the node level SIG Windows test. I'm not sure if we have strong pullback from SIG test this time, but this PR is on review right now.
Yeah, I think after talking with Sergey a long time ago, I know he wanted a lot of the tests in their own directory, mainly to have separate owners files. I think they didn't want to have to review all or like have us ping them all of the time when there's Windows tests, and also I think vice versa. I think they didn't want to have to block on approval from the SIG Windows people for that too. So hopefully SIG testing is okay with that. I imagine the
Yeah.
code structure SIG testing is not gonna have too much pushback on.
I hope so. Yeah. So I basically try to maintain the structure to be as much possible, as much similar as SIGNIX, but only keep the ones that are necessary to SIG Windows. Again, yes, if we can maintain our own directory, that's actually benefit us as well. But yeah, it depends on SIG test this time now.
Hey, one question, folks. Have we tried attending SIG Node and adding this as an agenda item and talking there about this?
No, not in the SIG node meeting, but I pinged Sergey through Slack.
One suggestion would be to try and do that, to just get like better coverage on the topic I think I have done that in the past when I needed
Okay.
something from SIG Node. I would just go attend their meeting, add this as an agenda item. In fact, that's how I got node log query in after a while. It's like Mark and I would attend SIG Node. We would talk about stuff there just to get some traction. So one of the things you could try is that Yonling.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
after a while that would probably be the best approach if that's not happening, unfortunately. But I think everybody's busy, so.
Okay. Yeah. I at this time I think a separate directory is actually have more benefit for us. So I'm thinking that we try this approach first, and then if not, I will try to sell it on the signals meeting. Yeah, for the signal, right? I have tried to attend a couple of times, but yeah, it's most of the time it's unrelated. So I just for now, for me, I just use AI tool to get a summary from YouTube, and if something interests me, I will then look for the corresponding video to have a look. Yeah, but anyway, thank you for our first suggestion. Yeah, maybe we can give it a try. Let's move on to the next. This actually comes from the comments from Sergey on the PR we just talked about. He said that Windows is more and more drifted away from Linux implementation, and he talked about some so-called conformance of Kubernetes, which Windows does not meet. So I'm thinking that maybe we can check such features, and so we can have a better tracking so that we can decide which one is more important to us, and we can spend the limited effort on that. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
I kind of think that instead of tracking things separately, we should just be a lot more proactive about won't fixing things, or say like we just don't have, there's not bandwidth to fix these.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I feel quite difficult to track all the ongoing features from SIG node side even. There are so many features which
Yeah.
may not apply to Windows.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mark in that the problem is always Windows is an afterthought, right? When a new feature is being introduced. And that's why the drift is actually happening.
Mhm.
It almost feels like when someone is designing a new feature, you need to design it thinking about Windows also, but it's very hard for us to kind of push forward that kind of effort, right? It almost feels like the small group that is SIG Windows has to always come behind like whatever SIG network or SIG storage is introducing and then do it.
Or be okay with the drift and the conformance
Yeah,
at a project
exactly.
level, which I think is also something that could just be discussed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, from last year I think SIG node has a change that they will not take into Windows when they design on new features. So that makes things more difficult for us.
Hmm.
Yeah, if in that comment, PR comment of the PR, I request Sergey for a list of so-called conformance features, and then maybe we can investigate on which ones we it's important to us, and if we can work on that. It's just I still have a question: how can we better track that? Any suggestions on that?
I don't think I have any suggestions on that, but I think we should also point out that we can't have like in both ways. If they want to move fast and stuff, then there's going to expect that there's going to be some drift and be okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, we need to point out the fact to signal. But for us internally, yeah. So for us internally, maybe we still use that issue tracking to check on the features we want to work on. Right now, there are quite maybe outdated information in there.
Yeah, and at least periodically, probably.
Hello, Mark, we lost your voice, I think.
I think you're drifting in and out, Mark.
Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we need to at least check this at least once the Kubernetes release too.
Mark, do you remember we used to do this like every other week? We used to, like you, me, and James used to do this quite regularly for a while, and then we kind of all dropped off.
Yep.
I think that meeting is still on the schedule.
Yes, it's doing the Slack. Yeah, but I can still receive the Slack message, but I don't think it's quite regular right now.
No, I don't think it's regular at all. But I don't know how useful it is. But maybe we make it like once a month.
Yeah, that might be better than every week, even if it's a little bit longer once a month.
Okay.
I wonder who owns that meeting, Mark. Whether I don't think it's me.
Let me check.
Because we could just change it.
Is there a new? Oh, it looks like it's bi-weekly. Oh, I'm the owner.
Oh, okay. At least that's good. So at least you can change it to like once a month.
Yeah, should I make it once a month?
Yeah,
I think the next occurrence is next week, so I can keep that one, and then like next week, the April 16th, I can keep that one and make it once a month.
Yeah, and that's mainly for the leads and the chairs to. That's what I think Mark, me, and like
Yeah, I
Mark
think
and
that's what it
James
was
used to
initially
do.
for.
And I think Claude used to also join. It was quite regular for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we did have a mountain of work at that point, which is still the case, right? So
Yeah, I think we have more work piling up and
Yeah.
less people working on it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
I
Yeah.
will do that. I will make it a monthly meeting, keeping the next week's occurrence, or starting from next week.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. That's basically all from me. Anything else from people?
No, nothing else. And just a quick check-in with you, Yonling. Like, even though I'm recording the meeting, I'm hoping you've been uploading it to YouTube because I have not been. I think you have that automated thing to do it, right? So I've not been doing
Right.
anything. Okay, good. All right.
Right. Yeah. Mhm. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Anything else from JR, Ning, and Claudia?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Then we can close this meeting and meet next time.
All right, folks. See you all on Slack.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, folks.